This is an SKOL Donnie Ozone collaboration, bringing you the jazzy hip-hop from Brooklyn to Manchester, from Crooklyn to Manchester, and this is how we do it. Do you think you know just who you are, driving around chasing money in a man-made car? Do you ever think about it? Don't you think it's bizarre? You're in the Milky Way, floating around in the stars. It's like, who, what, when, where, why am I? And all this time we've been just a speck in the sky. It's like a cosmic joke that can make you laugh. Your whole existence is the sum of the cosmic math. Or if you woke up this morning, then it's a good day. If you woke up healthy, it's a good day. If you woke up refreshed, then it's a good day. So get up, get out, get on your way. Now if you have some today, then give some away. Cause what you give will come back on another day. Not in the same form. And just so you know, what you reap is what you will eventually sow. Like if you rise to the top, you have to come back down to find your feet firmly planted back on the ground. And if you live by the gun, you might die by one, because it only takes one shot to blot out the sun. Now if you woke up this morning, it's a good day. If you woke up healthy, it's a good day. If you woke up refreshed, then it's a good day. So get up, get out, get on your way. If you woke up broke, it's still a good day. And if you woke up diseased, it's still a good day. And if you woke up exhausted, it's still a good day, because you woke up. So get on your way. Now when the lights go out for good, how will you turn them back on? Did you create yourself in a physical form? Did you breathe the breath of life into your lungs and make your heart beat since before you were one? Did you take 2 cells and make them 4, then turn 4 into 8 and make 8 million more? Did you realize one day that you were alive and forget that one day you would eventually die? Well, if you woke up this morning, then it's a good day. And if you woke up healthy, then it's a good day. If you woke up refreshed, then it's a good day. So get up, get out, get on your way. If you woke up broke, it's still a good day. And if you woke up diseased, it's still a good day. And if you woke up exhausted, still a good day, because you woke up. Now get on your way. Come on, DJ, start to rock it.
This is the Bloc Report for February 2022. I'm your host, Pod C, and as always, we check out the newest and the latest and the greatest every single month. And we just started off this month's show with the track Good Day from Donnie Ozone and SKOL, who hails from Manchester, UK. You know, the Donnie Ozone coming straight out of Brooklyn for you. This is one of their many collaborations. You might remember from 2016. They put out the joint Mind on the Music, which of course featured SKOL and me, Pod C, because, you know, I just like to plug my own things. We're going to check out some more newness right now. We've got the tracks Light 'Em Up, the Vibecheck remix featuring Seed, Verb, and Sloe-T, of course, from Timezone, Lafontaine. This is a single from the Beat Seekers' Obligation, which just came out on December 31st. This is one of the singles supporting it, one of the max blocks, and it also has a remix of the title joint Beat Seekers on there, which of course features Cheese and Podsy. Just got to get it in there. And up next after that, we're going to get into the top 5 and a new release with the joint live from NFT Art Ball from May 1st, 2021. From a new addition to the blocSonic roster, the Church of Space presents New Kids Off the Block, which features Marv Morris, Profit OG, yours truly Pod C, of course Cheese, Sketch, A Nesby, and A Benson. And on the interview tip, we got A. Nesby, aka The Alien, aka A23P, coming up on the interview later on in the show. Anyways, let's get into these joints. Here we go.
Like, sock it to me, baby.
As the tone plays, I roll phrase through the smoke haze. New flows only, no shows on replays. Zombie cars dozing, no closing time. So enthrall y'all like, keep it open all night. Grime and grit, EQ'd in the mixed bases. Same time slot and station, you know the places. I like it like that. Down with the basement tech. Set up the speaker stack, so the bass can wreck. Clean to steam with subs on the sine wave. Dirty with the mids, kid, that's how mine plays. Roll it off the top, like analog 4-track. When you ping pong, to make way for more tracks. Armed with the red lights, caught in the headlights. Putting in work on the mic, make sure it's said right. Prismatic facets and liquid projections. Digital video, milk drop selections. Mental image collage, that's what the vibe is. Let's proper on us to honor your fucking highness. It's the next scene, best keep your lens clean. In the blend stream, light 'em up, defend dreams. Light 'em up, light 'em up, light 'em up, light 'em up, light 'em up.
Walls are always something we're gonna say impractical. With the mental material, a casual and masterful. I bought the 4-track cassette that I could play with. Musicianship would take me on that business trip. Bass there, track it right, my snare, tap it right. We are bodies made alike, with any luck we're up all night. We can come and listen to your uncle in the bed. I hear it plays on every keyboard that he can ever get his hands on. The rest of the players got that reputation too. If I was going to make a band, I'd make a band with you, and then we light 'em up with a piece of paper, sign me up. The beats are real smooth, but my rhymes are kinda rough, and so it's on and on. You thought the thought was gone, but then the Simpson was on, and it reminded you of one thing, that you could always focus if a visual thing. Light 'em up, give the world on what your vision will bring.
It's the next scene, best keep your lens clean. In the blend stream, light 'em up, defend dreams. Light 'em up, light 'em up, light 'em up, light 'em up, light 'em up.
We're in it, so just pretend it for a minute. It's the minimum requirement when killing the environment. It's hardcore. What is art for? Meet the dark lord. You'll just look for any excuse to start war. We're gonna have to fight back. Might take more than just another tight track, but we're starting like that, man. We could go ballistic in your living room. Change the channel, newest scandal getting handled pretty soon. I've seen it through. You'll have no effect. You need something new to demand their respect. That could be the second verse or the bass line. Either way, we never rehearse. Why would we waste time? I'm bending space-time, slimming in the waistline, keeping it dialed in. I would never waste rhymes. Talking vicinity, you know you'll never grace mine. Light 'em up, stop, wrong way sign.
It's the next scene, best keep your lens clean. In the blend stream, light 'em up, defend dreams. Light 'em up, light 'em up, light 'em up, light 'em up, light 'em up.
You discovered the theory of gravity. Theory of gravity. Something really heavy.
Hey. This is my first time doing something to a rhyme and a beat. These are my prison zen blues. Guess we're gonna try this out. Try it on besides. This is my autobiography of personal catastrophe, but I'm not a rapper. I'm just a tremendous nihilist, so it will probably never be put to melody. So now, doesn't stop me from trying to express this stress lyrically, but it takes 10,000 hours for mastery. So I saturate the project that is me in the library with books and not can'ts and shoulds, hooks or crooks. You are what you eat, the company that you keep. Automaton zombies in perpetual sleep. Flying like, look ma, no hands, all ocean, no land, cruise control, head in the sand. But listen to this, hot off the newsstand. What if I told you that you're already top shelf, and that the only person you should ever compare you to is the self? Know this and hear me when I speak. This caged life is for the birds and the sheep, clipped wings and broken beaks. But these words won't mean a thing unless you stop turning the other cheek. I want dialogue, not war. Let's find that passion inside your core. What do you live for? Because any lesson learned is worth all the pain in the world. This just in, you were meant for so much more. Knowledge is the greatest reward, an endless candy store, better than any drug score. So put that in your little brain spoon, soak it up like a sponge and fine tune. Don't join the throngs of floozies, cooch and coos, feet sore from these Holocaust witch boots. This game wasn't supposed to be called I Lose. Watching fools drink hooch, booze, gambling RX pills for a cheap tooth. 2 stamps in a nude, fighting reality, talent and tooth, poison up their noses like magnet shavings in a cartoon. Or looking for a place to hang a noose and cowered out for the big snooze. Can't hack the tactics, defense mechanism prophylactics, shooting ladder didactics, white noise in my head like static, replacing addictions like an addict. I'm a sage in conflict, building bricks out of sand. Kismet's crumbling kingdom written on Fatima's hand. I'm like Alice, trapped in a wonderland spoof. We gotta regrow our genius, so we'll be bulletproof, unstoppable. When the streets hit your shoes, where you're planted, you should bloom. I'm digging up my gypsy roots, giving no attention to the boob tube. Screen, disguise, brainwashing schemes, never what they seem. Trying to reprogram me to be another one of the ordinaries. Protect against the infectious virus of negativity that rusts up your cogs and creates flaws that gnaw away like a hacksaw. Told I had no future, and they saw. So I crawl through the mud like an outlaw. Look back just to see there was a past. Trying to spread the truth sometimes I feel is like hurting cats. Gat munitions, my optic magnetosphere, narcotics, my shadow self dilated into a black hole. Galaxy follows, upside valorized my pride. I tried to lionize and only grew in size when I realized what I saw was inside. And to get it required my inner fly and not plum fucking lies or pulling for the media's lies. Getting high on my own supply while life passed me by. Come one May, mixing my work with my play only got me sent away. To win is to learn. We never lose. Either take it in or get cycled out for another spin. So just lay low and try to show the way by turning minds and frowns upside down. Because behind me, all I see are clown shoes. I'm living proof you don't know what you got till it's gone. Rocking pink flamingos on the lawn. Living the life of a con. Preaching on my soapbox like Malcolm out the Quran. Cause ahead, there's a new dawn. So let bygones be bygones and release them to sing their own blues. Life isn't about being a pawn, avoiding the bruises. It's about collecting scars to prove you showed up and used it, and not abused what you were given. A phoenix isn't resurrected till it's risen. There can be no victory blaze without the suffering praise. We rise, only to keep falling from the sky. Feel like concrete sneaks every time we try to fly. They say she's a bitch, and then we die. But what if you could thrive? Mental metamorphosis take flight. These mortal wings of wax melt when they hit the light. Sight stolen in slight reverie like shadow boxing in the night. For a life that's no longer rife with illusion. I know now, riding solos, my time is proper conclusion. keep the mind and body tight. That's patience is satiated solution. Despite destroyed couple cocoons, begin again, refreshed and renewed, like leaving your luggage at the airport and copping a flight to Peru. I crave the quixotic and taste the exotic of dreams, darkness, leaves me to my escapist fantasies. Like astral projections of the Pleiades or sipping Darjeeling tea in the Great Pyrenees. Let's go sightseeing, because this life is sweet and short. Don't be a bore. Let them hear you roar and be your own savior. And live only for love. Because all we have is today. Fuck yesterday, and tomorrow's almost so too far away. The last thing I'll say is, the fuck are you looking for? What are you waiting for?
All right, we got a jump start on the top 5 this month with the track we just played live from NFT Art Ball, May 1st, 2021, from the Church of Space presents New Kids Off the Block. Coming in from tracks 4 to 2, we got a couple I got to just tongue twist from. Number 4, we got the track 3, but it's number 4, featuring DJ Sapient from, and I'm going to probably screw it up here like I did last time I had these guys on, Vpoplam. And this is from their Max Block Bez Albuma, or Unalbum. And this came out way back in June 2012. After that, I got my homie Viktor Van River with the track Who with it? Viktor Van River from Asking Questions, which came out way back in August 2020. Well, not that way back, but with everything going on, it feels like forever. And then at number 2, we are back with Vpoplam with the track Nishtyaki, which I probably screwed up saying, from, and I'm just going to say the translation of the album, the Dirty Album, and then whatever it is in Russian. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. Russian, then we go to Kazakhstan, then we come back to Russia. And this is off of their joint that came out way back in May 2012. All right, let's quit the tongue twisters and get back to it.
Signs bobbing overhead to the beat. Acute angles aim to marginalize protests. We reoccupy the minds as a mental mind. LOC's supposed to reckon profits in the billions. LOC's supposed to signs bobbing overhead to the beat. Acute angles aim to marginalize protests. We reoccupy the minds as a mental mind. LOC's supposed to reckon profits in the billions. LOC's supposed to
speak clearly so I can hear you so hysterical. Now I understand what about you. Stolen soul in race for a compliment.
Девались ништяки, повсюду одни траблы. Мысли о счастье нелегки, по мне плачут палаты. И кажется совсем устал, ну все, суши батоны. Ты много в жизни упускал, теперь лови миноры. Пусть будет бол всегда торчком, а в жизни будет все бычком, чувак. Пусть будет бол всегда торчком, а в жизни будет все бычком, чувак. Забей, не парься, все ништяк, чувак. Забей, не парься, все ништяк. Говорят, что счастья нет, неверные суждения. Мы по-любому найдем свет. И что нам эти мнения? Все сон, не стоит расслабляться. Подарят скоро миллион и кончатся. Пусть будет бол всегда торчком, а в жизни будет все бычком, чувак. Пусть будет бол всегда торчком, а в жизни будет все бычком, чувак. Забей, не парься, все ништяк, чувак. Забей, не парься, все ништяк.
All right, we're coming up to track number one of the top 5, the heat of the month. And that track is, but first, let me just tell you a little bit about how this works. There is the charts and more tab at blocsonic.com. Click on that. It's going to give you the charts, and you can check out the charts for the day, for the month, for the year, for eternity. You click on those links, and you're going to find out what it is. But don't do it now, because I'm going to tell you this month's number one joint is from Marco Mestichella. This month, they're just tongue twist for me. And the track is called Mi Avvicino a Te, and that's Italian because it says homie is originally from Italy and now he's based in the UK. And this is off of the 45 he put out way back in January 2015. So enough for me mangling up people's names and their tracks and everything. Let's just get to it. Here we go.
Si innalza all'orizzonte, si presenta a noi, ci apre gli occhi, ci fa vedere che tutto è possibile, fidandoti di ciò che senti andrai lontano. E quando pensi che sia finita poi scoprirai. If you're a dream, don't wake me up, I want to live inside your breath. Quando ti guardo, io muoio per te. Vorrei arrivare fino al cielo, kiss you with the wind, sentire il tuo profumo da lontano. Mi avvicino a te. I'm neither good or bad, but I am a man, and my burning desire will conquer all it can. Tough is the fight, and long is the way, but I can't see through, and I won't run away, reluctant to breathe, possessed by a dream, it triggers my senses, for it's not what it seems, because my words are on fire.
now it is time for the Bloc Report interview for February 2022. I know you've been waiting because you've been wondering what's all this NFT stuff about. That's right. We have the alien, aka A23P, on the interview. And a little bit of background here. This guy, he used to run, or still runs, Acid All-Star Recordings, and is part of the Church of Space, which has been described as physics, metaphysics, the occult, philosophy, crypto, music, and community, all wrapped into one brainwashing cult. And then, of course, the New Kids Off the Block, a multimedia and multimedium Church of Space artifact, both comprised and produced by the personages of Ma Mars, Prophet OG, Pod C, Cheese, Sketch, A Nesby, and A Benson. We're going to talk about this NFT in deep detail, or as much as I can fit on the show without running the entire length of the interview, which is like a show in itself. And then we'll talk a bit about the Acid All-Star recordings and what's coming down the pipe in the future. Enough of my jibber jabber. Let's get at it. Here we go with the alien, aka A23P interview. This is the Bloc Report interview for February 2022, and I've got the alien, the aka A23P. I don't know what's the moniker I should be using here.
No, that's good.
Excellent. All right. Now we got a lot of things to explain to the people here. Like Mike was pretty vague and didn't even know how to figure out himself with the Church of Space presents the New Kids Off the Block and the NFT joint. Can you add anything to that?
Yeah. So Church of Space is a little consortium of fellows. It was started by my surrogate big bro, Mark Fleury. Interesting character. He got his PhD in theoretical physics from Polytechnique, France. Went on to got sent by the French government to get another master's in mathematics from MIT.
Damn.
As I like to put it, unlike Al Gore, he can claim to be the father of the modern day internet and actually hold an argument for it. He was the creator of something called JBoss, which is the main middleware platform of the internet today. And then he also created Open Remote, which is kind of a big open control system for smart cities, large scale systems like
was he in one of the Die Hard movies where they had to control the town or something going on and they had to solve that shit?
You know, that's
and that's me claiming that I've watched all the Die Hards.
I almost look at Fleury as like Dr. Fleury as some kind of like Lex Luthor, if Lex Luthor was cool. But yeah, anyhow, we decided around 2016 to start up this group that is kind of, I guess you could call it a religion based on science, or kind of
but not Scientology.
Not Scientology. Definitely not Scientology. Yeah, we've gotten pretty involved in areas of not just physics, but Bob's still staying active in technologies and whatnot, including blockchain. We were the keynote address for Moog Fest 2017. So the Moog company that kind of started synthesizers, so to speak. We actually were the headliner for the after party of what turned out to be the last psychic TV show ever. So Psychic TV and Genesis Fiords being kind of the creators of industrial music.
Right.
And yeah, we ended up plunging into kind of making a statement, I guess you could say, on NFTs.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a statement, I know, because I kind of put some words on it.
Yeah. No, very, man. Your lyrics were just superb. I'm really happy about that with New Kids getting you as an MC. The lyrics to the primary tracks that went on to the NFT itself, which the NFT that we did is actually, it is not just digital. It is a physical. There's a thing.
Exactly. And I mean, that's what makes it different from most NFTs, where you're just getting like a digital representation of something. But with this one, there's a physical artifact that, comes along with it.
Yeah, and really that physical thing, as detailed by the NFT itself, is the thing.
Yeah, that's what makes it kind of like even more, valuable, I think, than just like a digital file or whatever. Because like, no, I own it because it's in my house. I have it.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if you want to try and make it yourself and then like put the music video to it and then the tracks, whatever, go for it. But it's not what was originally created.
I feel like, especially your lyrics, I feel like they speak, the lyrics to NFT, the songs NFT1 and NFT2 speak for themselves. Then you have the NFT like description on the NFT itself.
Right.
I think it speaks clearly for itself. And where it gets interesting is, this offer comes in for the NFT to be purchased, and my original thinking was, let's make a statement about being priceless.
Right.
And any offer that comes in, you just throw it out the window. Right, and
now, does the current owner have the actual physical part to it?
Like no, and this is where it gets really, 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 really interesting.
So what happens with that then? Because I know it was at the Denver gig. Did it come back with you to Florida, or is it still in Denver? Or
it's still in Denver. Yeah, it's still in Denver.
So we're only actually selling the digital part of it then. The physical part of it is not part of it anymore because it's in the description.
Which I almost think speaks to your lyrics themselves about like, here's this receipt, and I'm like, yes, somebody bought the receipt.
Exactly. I just bought, like I said, I bought some groceries. Here's the receipt for it. You want to buy this receipt?
So somebody bought the receipt. Now the way things work is, I don't even think they have a way of messaging us on OpenSea.
No. Here's the thing. I went in there to the OpenSea site and I went through the buyer that was tracked through. She got an Instagram account.
Okay.
And I was thinking, click that follow button and just see what happens. But I was going to talk to you, and I was like, should I do it?
Hey, do it. I think you know more about the, I guess, the owner of the NFT than I do now.
All right. I mean, does it add value to it? I don't know. It's like now you're in touch with the guy who did the rap that's on the thing you paid for. So,
hey, yeah. You know, and so yeah, like, yeah, it gets.
All right, I'm gonna do it then.
Do it.
And yeah, she may ignore it, be like, "Who the hell is this?" But,
yeah, do it. And you know, and I think that's the thing is we pretty much all the digital aspects for the most part have been released, Creative Commons,
right?
With the album dropping on blocSonic. We Church of Space itself still has the thing.
Will anybody ever get the thing if it keeps moving around and gets bought and sold? Or
and that's where I kind of look at, as I was telling Mark, I was like, like there was an initial statement concept on doing this, but I feel like the statement has grown into something larger that I find myself even contemplating, like, what? Holy shit! Like, what does this mean? But you know, I think that was part of the point to drop something and, you know, get people thinking, and within that framework of Church of Space of going, hey, we need to start applying science to how we approach things, a certain logic and reasoning, because otherwise, if we just lose ourselves in the whims of superstition or cultural fads, you know, what truths do we have left? It's all meta.
There we go. All right, now I checked out your Bandcamp page, and you got like 6 releases on there. Now that was with, I'm looking at my notes here. We got Acid All Star Recordings. Is that still a thing, or?
Yeah. Acid All Star Recordings is a thing, and basically what happened with Acid All Star. So we focused on acid, the sound that was originally made by the Roland TB-303 synthesizer. DJ Pierre, the father of Acid House, has released with us. Kari Leckybush, who's like really big and techno. Dan Dormouse, who's like one of the pioneers of breakcore and IDM. We've had quite an extensive list of artists with us. I became really disenchanted with the way a lot of the music industry things were going. I feel like we were basically forced to sign an exclusive deal with Beatport, because that was just the key distribution point that DJs and stuff were going to. Beatport, even though they're just housing files on pennies on the dollar,
right,
and then serving them at pennies on the dollar, basically forces artists to charge as if they were releasing vinyl or something like that. So I just thought that was atrocious, because as a music fan and artist myself, and under Mark, you know, I've studied monetary theory for a decade and a half. The median American has less than $500 in their bank account, and that's as of 2017. It's probably gotten worse now. It's the median, the top of the bell curve. Right. So this whole idea that you can just bleed people for money, it's suicide. It is literal suicide. So it doesn't help the art. It doesn't help music fans. It doesn't help music artists, as far as I'm concerned. It's just a pathway to hell and greed. And so eventually, you know, I just got to a point where I was like, Acid All Stars isn't dissolving, but we can't play this game anymore. And we had done in our contracts that we did with a number of artists, we had tucked into the contract, because we never took the copyright of the material. We only had distributive rights.
Right.
And we tucked into the contract that after a certain term, that if the artist hadn't told us to stop selling stuff, we could keep selling it. And that furthermore, that if the global economy as we know it were to ever collapse, Acid All Stars was allowed to maintain the material basically forever, right, and do whatever it wanted with the material. No questions asked. Now, being that crypto blockchain did not even exist at the time that these contracts were done. Actually, with a guy that helped me run Acid All Stars, I became the head of Acid All. I started off as an artist with the label, and then I become the head of the label. So I'm speaking with the former head of the label, and I'm like, man, remember those former contracts, all those contracts we did? It's like, man, I think it's about fucking time we can fucking break our Beatport exclusive. We can just start fucking rolling this shit out however we want. So Creative Commons, all sorts of ways. And really, I've just calmly been kind of like sitting, and I'm like, you know what? I don't think we've quite hit the point yet where we can go the economy as we knew it.
Yeah, it has drastically changed since the initial signing of those contracts. Collapsed,
but I think we're on the verge. Like, I'm expecting it to, like, a matter of fact, if central banks start rolling out their CBDCs, central bank digital currency, the moment central banks start doing that, I'm like, boom, we're done. Economics as we knew has collapsed. We can do whatever we want. Acid All Stars is back.
There you go. All right. Okay. Now, my next question, I got one more here. Anything new coming down the pipe we should know about, or performances or anything? I mean, with COVID, I mean, performances are going to be like virtual performances, I guess. But I mean, you pulled off the Denver one and then one after that too. So.
Oh, yeah, that was, both of those were jumping through hoops. I have a new A23P album. It was actually finished last year, and just didn't end up rolling it out. And I've actually been thinking about tossing that over blocSonic's way. Church of Space was supposed to do a gig at this hacker conference in New York called the Hope Conference last year. It got canceled due to COVID. Apparently, Hope is supposed to go on this year. So I've been toying with the idea of possibly, you know, can New Kids on the Block play the Hope Conference?
Right.
If that was tapped, don't be surprised if you and the bro get a message from me of, hey, if we get you guys tickets to New York, can you come out?
Hey man, I jump on it. I don't know about Cheese, man. I mean, he ain't even got any shots yet, man. So him traveling somewhere is gonna be forget about it.
Yeah.
All right. So I want to thank the Alien, aka the A23P, for being on the show. Thank you very much. We're gonna check out these 2 tracks, NFT 1, NFT 2, right now. If you haven't checked them out already, and if you're interested, well, they're available at OpenSea.
And other than that, I guess. I just give a shout out to the fam, the rest of the Church of Space fam, which, as far as I'm concerned, includes even yourself, and
right on
Liquid Sky Berlin and the Acid All Stars family and Cave Rave Recordings.
There we go. All right, let's check these tracks out.
Argentina or the Netherlands. The problem is what's up, understand?
with the pile of crap can also be measured. If you can find them, make a machine for time rewinding. I just screwed. If it's already free.
to try really hard to get these fucking NFTs, and I failed. The first time, my gas was too low because they wanted 0.07 ETH for the NFT, and then the gas wanted like $200. So I was like, oh, you can't have fucking, but that's like as much as the fucking price of the thing. And it was like, you could have like up to $83. And that wasn't enough. I sat there waiting for the transaction on the Explorer. It canceled.
Okay, before we're out of here for this month, I want to do a little bit of shameless self-promotion and also give you some tips on finding some more great CC music out there and even just seeing some craziness that I put out sometimes. You can check out on the YouTubes the Creative Commons CC listening parties. Just type that in, search for it, and you'll find the latest episodes. And this is just a collective of people that listen to CC music, find the music videos off of YouTube, and play them so you can check out some newness there. It is also how I found the alien, aka A23P, and the archive of them, because we got 2 pages going. Check out Creative Commons Community Music Awards, and there's a zillion more episodes there. So if you feel the need to want to hear my voice or even see what I look like or see me doing something, or usually with a beer can in my hand, check those out. And also, if you live in Japan, or even if you don't, I also have an FM radio show, the Ozone Underground Hip Hop Show, which broadcasts on Asumi FM in Kagoshima Prefecture, in Kanoya City, Shibushi, and Teramizu. And it also has an online component, which you can check out if you go to my personal homepage, zeopolis.jp. That is zeopolis.jp. There's a link there to play the show when it airs, and it's just ridiculous times for everybody, but figure it out and check it out, or you can listen to whatever episode I've got uploaded and ready to go. All right, we're going to wrap it up now for this month. I want to thank A23P for coming through and doing the interview, and also getting me involved in the Church of Space and the New Kids Off the Block. I want to thank the rest of the blocSonic fam for the music this month, next month, and for eternity, as much as we're going to get. All right, we are out of here. Peace.
You've been listening to another BlocSonic Blockcast. Head on over to blocsonic.com to discover more great music.